टिके दया करी निज निज सीट रे टिके बसी नियंतु because it's already late and we have to finish within the due course of time. Please have your seat. I am requesting all of you to have your seat. Okay, let's start the session. A very warm welcome to all the participants and the dignitaries present here to this International Convention on Millets organized by the Odisha Millets Mission of Department of Agriculture and Farmers Empowerment. Odisha Millets Mission is not only creating remarkable initiatives in the farmers of the state, but also adding a essence to the plates of the common people, actually which was forgotten by us. So in addition to this, the hotel, restaurants and the bloggers are also supporting to this millets. Therefore, I am requesting that all of you have enjoyed the session as you know who is our chief guest. Now I am requesting Angsuman Rath sir to continue the session as per the agenda. Thank you so much on behalf of Odisha Millets Mission.
Thank you, ma'am. So, welcome everyone to this session in the International Convention on Millets. We are here to discuss on the topic promotion of millets through hotels and restaurants. And we have some esteemed dignitaries with us who will give us the guidance and show us the light to take this initiative which has been started by the government of Odisha. We'll take it forward. So I would now like to request the chairman of the session, Dr. Lenin Mohanty, who is the current chairman of OTDC, which is Odisha Tourism Development Corporation. He is a prominent figure in the realm of Odisha, maybe in student politics or active politics. With over 25 years of experience, he has held diverse roles in various government and private sector. Dr. Mohanty is also a very prolific orator, and we are indeed very glad to have him with us today. I would request Dr. Lenin Mohanty sir to please give the welcome note to the panel. Sir.
Jai Jagannath. At the outset, I would like to welcome all the esteemed dignitaries present here in this hall on the occasion of International Year of Millets to discuss on certain pertinent issues and come down to a conclusion. I am truly delighted to be here with you today at the International Convention of Millets representing the Odisha Tourism Development Corporation, and more importantly, our shared vision for a better world through the promotion of millets. As our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Naveen Patnaik, has already said that the government will put all the efforts to make Odisha become a center for excellence and contribute to economic growth, well-being and health of people of Odisha. This convention will amplify the shared goal, the promotion of millets as a staple in our menus. Our hoteliers have trained Mission Shakti members in the preparation of millet dishes across our OTDC units. We have already included millet menu in OTDC hotels and are keen to scale up the millet promotion through our tourism department. In addition, millet standees have been placed in all the hotels of OTDC. The menu comprises dishes like mandia soup, mandia monda, mandia buttermilk, mandia kakra, mandia idli, mandia samosa, and mandia cookies. Promotion of millets shall also be taken up in eco-retreat locations, tourist destinations. Tourism department is also keen to collaborate in promotion and branding of millets through the regular tourism promotional activities of the department. Skill development training for OTDC cooks were arranged as a part of promotional activities for the International Year of Millet 2023. In this regard, millet-based recipes training of OTDC cooks was conducted. Our cooks participated during the training session not only for recipe preparations but also learning the various thumb rules while dealing with millets. As Odisha has officially become the first state market, as Odisha has officially become the first state in India to celebrate a day dedicated to millets this year. Mandya Divasa is also celebrated at OTTC units to promote the state government's efforts in popularizing the benefits of millets, in fulfilling the nutritional needs of people and helping the farmers with alternative crops. Our state of Odisha, rich in millet traditions, offers a wealth of inspiration and resources for you to tap into. Together, we can work together towards making millets a global sensation. Lastly, let us remember that promotion of millets is not just about food, it is about sustainable future and a healthier planet. I expect a healthy discussion today on behalf of all of you. I would again try to express my heartfelt gratitude to internationally acclaimed Vikas Khanna ji, not only for attending this function, gote bada korotali Vikas Khanna ji ko pai, khali je millet pai se jinso nuhe, se jo कोणार्क चक्र को न्यूयॉर्क को नहीं करी ताको एग्जिबिट कले it is a moment of pride for all of us. I would like to thank him again and expect a healthy discussion today. अपन समस्तों को आउ थरे ओडिशा तरफ रो ओडिशा टूरिज्म तरफ रो ओटीटीसी तरफ रो पूरी थरे धन्यवाद दौची कृषि विभाग को गोटे एते बड़ उद्यम से आज नहीं पारिचंती. धन्यवाद. वंदे उत्कल जननी. नमस्कार.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. Now I'd like to request Dr. Jitendra Kumar Mohanty, a name which is synonymous with the hotel and restaurant industry of the state. He has held various positions in the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha and is now serving as the lifetime chairman of the organization. He has been a linchpin for cooperation between the government of Odisha as well as the tourism and travel fraternity of the state, as well as in the East Zone, as he is heading IATO in the East Zone as well. Sir is with us today and he'll deliver the keynote address on the collaboration between Odisha Millets Mission and HRAO. Dr. Mohanty, I would like to request you to kindly say a few words on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anshuman Rath, for your welcome address. First of all, as a hotelier, I take pride in welcoming Mr. Vikas Khanna to our state for the first time, and to see him, all the galaxy of chefs from different hotels are sitting here in front of you and wish to learn something from you during this visit of yours. By putting the Konark Chakra in New York, you have brought pride to our state. Thank you, Mr. Vikas Khanna. With immense pleasure and honor, on behalf of the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha, I extend a warm welcome to all of you dignitaries, hoteliers, chefs, and all those who are interested in this millet mission of the government of Odisha. We have gathered here today for the International Convention on Millets organized by the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Empowerment, Government of Odisha, in the spirit of promoting sustainable agriculture, enhancing the global food security, and embracing the nutritional riches of millets and its products, as well as to encourage marketing and export of millet-based products, including measures to include use of millets food in public distribution system, midday meals and hotels. I would like to take this opportunity to announce here that today, after taking the lead from the state government, almost all the hotels in the state have started dishes, special dishes, taking millets as a diet. So millets is not only, is not new to Odisha. Earlier, millets was the staple food in the tribal areas of the state. In the tribal areas, before, you see, Millet Mission is starting now. I think Millet Mission in Odisha has started long, long back by the tribal community of Odisha. So thanks to the government of Odisha for reviving the spirit of taking the millet mission forward. We are thankful to Honorable Chief Minister Mr. Naveen Patnaik, under whose leadership the government of Odisha launched the millet mission in 2017 with an aim to improve the livelihood conditions of the poor tribal farmers who are involved in cultivation of millets, to revive millets on farms and plates, simultaneously focus on production, processing, consumption, marketing, inclusion of millets in the government schemes. With these words, I would like to conclude, and as time is short, we are already running short of time. I would like to once again thank the government of Odisha and thank my members of the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha. All the owners are sitting here. Thank you, all of you, for coming here, being participants in this millet mission. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to give the introduction of our chief guest. I think he is a person who needs no introduction, especially in Odisha, because he may have been born and brought up in Punjab, but I would say that his spiritual home is Odisha, and the way he has connected with Odisha and the people of Odisha, I think no one else has taken so much love and affection from the people of Odisha in such a short span of time. As the speakers have already mentioned, the way in which the Konark wheel was depicted in New York, as well as now it is being showcased in his restaurant, and the amount of interest and the amount of love he has showered on the culture and culinary tourism in Odisha is actually commendable, and I feel myself to be very blessed to have got the opportunity to sit beside him today. Vikas Khanna sir is no stranger to any one of you, and I would not like to waste much time of you, and I'll request sir to please give his address on this session on millets. Sir.
Sorry, I was having a pulse. It's absolutely an honor for me. I can't begin to start. In 2008, I came to Odisha for the first time, and I went to Puri temple, and since that time, I never knew that I'll be sitting here. But you can see so much of literature which I've written in books and that's all. I said I went to Puri as a full man, but I came without my heart because I felt that I left my heart somewhere in the temple. There was so much of generosity. There was so much of, you can feel that koi Bhagwan hai jiski intuition works there. Like exactly some things which I was looking for answers, I got there without asking them. I moved to US in 2000, and I was born and raised in Amritsar. But somehow, coming back to this state and again and again, it has been a part of most of my books since then. I had no idea that one day it will lead me to this point where I'll be speaking to you very personally. Yesterday was a very big day in the culinary arts world. I don't know how many people paid attention. That for the first time in history of Indian food, 3 chefs got a Michelin star in New York, Washington DC, and Chicago. I don't know, you might not know how impossible this was. And guess what? None of the chefs is from Punjab. I loved it. We have a chef, Surjan Sarkar, who's from Kolkata. We have Chetan Shetty with roots in Mumbai and Mangalore. And then we have Vijay, who has his roots in Tamil Nadu. Imagine how much the world has changed. A few decades ago, people only knew Punjabi food. I'm a very proud Punjabi. That's one point, but separate. But because I was trained in South, I worked in Kolkata, I worked in West Bengal, I worked in Kathmandu, I knew that the cuisine of a country was much beyond Punjabi food. And these chefs yesterday got a Michelin star, like the highest honor a chef can receive. I think this is commendable to all of us. We know that the world wants much more than Punjabi cooking. The world wants a restaurant to be an experience now. People, after pandemic, people can actually order foods from different online services and they can eat in the comfort of their home. They don't need to dress up, go to restaurant, order food, services, wait for food, and then pay the tip. You don't know if the service is going to be good or not. All the kids on, all the kids are going to be on phones as you go to restaurant. Everything is changed. Now when you're opening a restaurant in your hotels, it has to be something which is an experience. The world has completely changed in the last 3 years. From a new restaurant to have the entrance based on Odisha, it's a huge statement. It's a huge statement to say that every Monday we will release one dish for 6 days which will represent a different part of India, a different festival of India, a different ritual which is going on in the country, to celebrate the foods from Odisha, from the history, to celebrate foods from Konkan region, for Kamla by Ogle, Maharashtrian cuisine, to Talla Dalal, to give their names in the restaurant and say, we are here because of these people. And we know that one of the biggest chapters of the cuisine of Odisha comes from Puri temple. It is incomplete to speak about, and we are still looking for a chef from Odisha to represent this majestic cuisine to the world and win a Michelin star. I hope the God is listening and some chefs are getting trained and they are listening, and we will be here few years from now and say, yes, now you know the cuisine is on the mainstream. It is easy for us to talk in these locked rooms that our cuisine is going further, but till our actors are not getting Oscars and till our musicians are not getting Grammys, we are not on equal stage without getting Michelin stars. We have to be on the global stages, and to bring Odia cuisine, its simplicity, sophistication, diversity, my mind goes crazy. I just got a book from Ritu. I don't know if Ritu is in the room. And I went through some pages, and my brain cannot accept it that these food combinations can exist. Of course, I will be going in my kitchen from day after tomorrow to New York. I'm going to train. I commit to you guys on this soil which gave me an extra life, a spiritual home for me, Odisha, that in my restaurant, I will try to do full justice to the cuisine, our ancestors, and to the future generations who will come after us. Today, the restaurants and food industry has completely changed, but somehow I feel that we have not moved on with it. We are still getting stuck to the basic menu. Even when I went for food here, I was looking for Odia dishes, but eventually we found again Punjabi cuisine. Why was dalma not today in the menu? Why are we talking about pride but not having menus? Why don't we have some women here who were standing in this catering, cooking these amazing pitas fresh? Why they were missing today was the opportunity for us to showcase. Why was the catering again dal makhani and butter chicken? We have to ask ourselves the question. The world is embracing our diversity. We are scared to experiment and showcase. We should be proud Odia people and say that today. When you're having the delicates, you need to remove all the North Indian cuisine from there. And you say that today is a day to serve Odia cuisine, and these are a pakala. Use your hand. This is how we eat. We have to educate the world. The hospitality of Odisha is the only hospitality I felt all over India, and I'm saying this, and I know I'm getting recorded, where it was not a transaction. Everywhere hospitality is very transactional, that most of the places they'll feel. Here it's in the blood. And I feel for us, the main delegates, we serve them on Odia thali today. No menu, no buffets. The chefs make us thalis and give it to us, and we have a plaque card which shows what dish is what. What it starts with, I would be the first person who will start writing about this and promoting it. You know, I just made dahi bhalla dam aloo on social media. And we have 12 chefs who've copied that dish in their restaurants in London, in Berlin, in, I forgot the name of the city, Sweden somewhere. They said, we didn't know such combinations can work. We have to go out and educate people about our food. That's how our mother taught us how to write the alphabets. Don't forget it. Our mother taught us how to write the basic K, K, G, A, B, C, and then she said, go and write your story. And now it's time for us, as a people of our country, to write our own story. Sorry if I said too much.
Thank you, sir. I think the way he has, Mr. Vikas Khanna has represented Odisha, Odias will take great pride in the fact that the hospitality which we have been rendering doesn't show any tinge of a transaction, and that is what this convention is all about, and this is what should be marketed and promoted throughout the world. So this is going to be the representation of Odisha, and I think the future generations, as Mr. Khanna has said, he has wished that someone from Odisha gets a Michelin star as well. So there are a number of chefs over here from varied hotels and restaurants. I think they will inspire the future generation, and they will also get inspired to somehow get a Michelin star, and the wishes of Mr. Vikas Khanna do come true. Thank you, sir. I would now like to request the chairman of the session, Dr. Lenin Mohanty, to felicitate Chef Vikas Khanna, our chief guest. Taking the session forward, we have two different panel discussions today. Both the panel discussions will be moderated by Mr. A. Talukdar, who is a member of HRAO. Apart from that, he has excelled in various roles in the front office and is a strategic management expert in the hospitality industry. Mr. Talukdar has a 25-year association with hotels in Bhubaneswar. He has served as external examiner for ICM Bhubaneswar, a guest faculty, and I think he's the best person to take this session forward. He'll be moderating both the panel discussions today. Mr. Talukdar, please, would hand over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rath. For a hotelier, it's a dream come true to share the platform with a legend in culinary spectrum like Chef Vikas Khanna. Sir, we are honored. Dr. Lenin Mohanty, our Associate Chairman, Mr. J.K. Mohanty, Dr. Srinivas Subhuti, our Secretary General, all the fellow panelists in both the sessions, and all other dignitaries in the hall. I am A. Talukdar. I am moderating both the technical sessions. Since the time is short and we started late, I will try to keep it short. The format we will be taking, we have two panels, and one is basically the chefs and from the hotel industry. The second panel is the owners and entrepreneurs. First session will be on specific topics. I will be deliberating on the topics and then introducing the panelists. And I think we can't have more than one round of deliberations. And then after every technical sessions, we'll have few questions, a quiz like for the audience, for the rest of the guests in the hall. And yes, we do have prizes for the right answers. In this technical sessions, we will specific topics, we'll deliberate on ways of inclusion of millet in menu of hotels and restaurants. We have most reputed chefs in this panel, where they shall be deliberating upon chefs' experience in millet recipe, training in F&B outlets, bakery products, etc. And motivating factors for millet inclusion for the consumer and the provider. Let me Now let me introduce the panelists for this session. Ms. Madhulika Das. The name of the panelist I am saying for the rest of the audience, please just raise your hand or a gesture of namaste will do so that they know who is who. Ms. Madhulika Das has been on the food panel of MasterChef India, founder of Food Forward Initiative, the Kalinga Stories, and she is a reputed pan-India food columnist. Welcome, Madhulika. Next, we have Ms. Sanaya Bodhanwala. She is CEO, Marketing and F&B for Hotel Bajori's Banjara. She is an IHM Ahmedabad graduate. Her organization is first collaborator with Odisha Millets Mission from Northern Odisha. Sanaya, welcome. Next, we have Chef Santosh Kumar Sahu, who has many feathers in his professional cap from Marriott, Trident, Hilton, and presently donning the cap of Executive Chef of Mayfair Hotels. Chef Santosh, welcome. Next, we have Chef Sanjay Sarkar. He is a product of our own IHM Bhubaneswar, holding the prestigious position of Executive Chef of Nimantran chain of restaurant by OTDC, which has been very popularized in no time, courtesy Chef Sanjay, and having his specialization in menu engineering and food and beverage. Chef Sarkar, welcome. Next, we have Chef Prashanta Shi. Is a culinary artist and holding the position of Executive Chef at Hotel Sosti Premium. You can see the hotel right across the venue. And Chef Shi made waves in hospitality industry in Goa, Calcutta, Daman, Assam, and I'm sure now painting the temple city's culinary spectrum red. Chef Shi, welcome. Last but not the least, Chef Sayantan Chakravarti, probably the youngest executive chef at the entire Taj Group, and my alumni from IHM Calcutta, though 3 decades junior to me. He drives the sensational culinary delight at Vivanta Bhubaneswar, being its executive chef. Chef Sayantan, welcome. Without much ado, we will start on the topic. Sayantan, with the youngest one, I will start first. Let me ask you, you are good at, I see your Insta posts, you keep creating dishes. So how can we create a balanced and appealing millet-based menu, which appeals to the clientele, that not only attracts health-conscious diners, but also appeals to those looking for a unique culinary experience?
Thank you, Mr. Talukdar. That's a pretty interesting question indeed. First, greetings to everybody present here. So, before I start answering, I would say at the end of the day, irrespective of our position who are sitting across the table, we are a pretty good salesman. We are selling our food, we are selling our product. So, first, the menu or whatever we are selling, it has to be sellable. Then it comes that how we balance it. So, that's something we need to keep in mind first. So my experience while we started this millet thing at our hotel, we started with millet salads, millet smoothies, all those healthy things. And we also did a couple of millet brunches in the hotel also. But it was like at the end of the day, people would come, Chef, आज तो मेरा birthday है, आज थाई खाने का मन है, तो आपका millet मैं अगला दिन ज़रूर try करूँगा. So that's where we started thinking out of the box and started combining. So we started serving Thai curry with samak chawal. So that is something we did. We started introducing millet pasta. We started using millet risotto. We started introducing millet burritos. So I think that is how we keep it appealing and balance. So the sellable factor is also not gone. And people who are coming there actually comes to celebrate. So that factor also has to be kept in mind. So while designing the menu and all. I think that's what I have felt. Thank you, Mr. Talukdar. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shantan. I appreciate you did cut short your answers, but that is appreciable considering the time constraint. I will come next to Prashant, Chef Prashant C. What innovative cooking techniques and flavor combinations can be employed to enhance the taste and texture? Note that, taste and texture both on millet-based dishes, making them more appealing to a wider audience. Millet-based, so far we have been doing seminar and menu engineering and all, but it has to go on the wider base. So, what are your views on this?
See, sir, millets is now has come to the replacement of the rice or flour and everything we can use. But for using, we can, cooking process is very fast. But there are some steps we can make the millet so much healthy as well as nutritional, like if we using or doing that in a soaking way or sprouting way before cooking and all. It can give the healthy benefits, that's the nutrition, as well as the textures will come, as well giving to the plating, as well the digestiveness will be increases. Same thing, next we can go for the many process we can use, that is grinding, the which help us for the bread sections. If we giving the millets, flour types of things, so that we can use in the bakeries, we can use in the normal tandoori rotis, bagara, we can use that things as well. If you're giving something salads types of things, the popping ideas, what the popping stable the cooking method we can use the salads, we can make it in a dessert, every dessert and all, we can make it in a other starters and all also. These types of innovative dish as well as we can give in a roasting way, which give you the, if we use the millet, the roasting way, you can get a nutty flavor of crunchy flavors of things. In a starters or anything you can use that, you can get that crunchy or nuttiness of the millets. These types of you can, in this period, what we can use in the textures also when we are in a paste of fermenting the things. If we making the millets in a fermenting way, that can come in a good textures as well presentable and the things. The millet not only we can use in various way. We can use in dessert and savory items also. As well, if we go to the tanginess of the, we can use acidity things. That is, we can use the lemon juice or another lime types of things. We can use the millets. Same as if we go for the little bit starteries, little bit spicy or Indian herbs or leafy things. We can add the normal millets. You can add the cumins. We can add many different flavors of the millets, such as Indian spices and all. And those, even this will touch not only to the Indian dish. Yes, in Odisha, we are trying to all the Odisha, we can come to the many things, as well as many, we can give the continental risotto types of things, pasta types of things, as well as we can give many bruschetta rolls types of things with the millets and all, which give a nice textures and the things.
With your narrative, with due apology to Chef Vikas Khanna, I don't know if I can call it a fusion of millet cuisine and conventional cuisine. Good. Next, I would come to Chef Sanjay Sarkar. Chef Sarkar, you can, don't be nervous since Dr. Lalit Mohanty is sitting here. Chef Sarkar, like in a place like in Bhubaneswar, we all the hoteliers and restaurant owners sitting, we often face on some problems on the supply chain front. What millet varieties are available and popular in different regions, say of India or in Odisha context? And how can we incorporate them into our menu to cater to diverse taste and preference? Like all other ingredients, what is available, we try to incorporate that. For millet, what do we do?
Thanks, sir. You know, the variety of millets which are available in India and Odisha is a vast variety. But unfortunately, not all varieties are very popular. So the most popular ones are around 7 to 8 millets, which are a bit popular in India right now. For example, we have the pearl barley, the sorghum, um, foxtail millet, finger millets, little millet, then kodo and proso. Now, if you see the regional areas, like, if you see the region from northern part and western part of India, you have more of bajra, sorghum, the foxtail millets, and the little millets. Then if you come towards the eastern part of India, again, you have little bit of bajra and sorghum, and then the different kind of millet starts growing up, like, mandia, like that finger millets. You have this barnyard millets and kodo. Then if you go towards the south, again, you have those proso, kodos, and all those hardcore millets. So the thing is, like, with these millets, because there's a lot of diversity, so we have a lot of menus actually, which has been created according to the millets which are available in those places. For example, in southern part of India, you can get those millets from breakfast till dinner, like with dosas and idlis and upmas and everything. If you see the northern part and western part, so you have more of bajra roti and all those rotis and khichdis, so it's very hearty stuff. I think, of course there's a challenge in the market to get all those millets, but then with whatever millets we have to educate our guests and, the families in near future. And we can do it like, if somebody is going for picnic, you can add couple of millet dishes in your picnic menus. The school kids who are having meals, the government can introduce couple of millet menus in that. And once, and nowadays these cooking shows, the chefs can call those young kids and give some creativity to do with the millets. So that way, the next generation will be more aware of millets. And it's very easy to replace the millets with rice and flour. So I think if we do this little bit, little steps, if we take, we can really inculcate those millets into our menu. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Santosh. I'm sure next time I walk into a Nimantran, some of the mix and match you mentioned, I will get it. Next question, I will go to Sanaya, Miss Sanaya Bodanwala.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sanaya, how can we price, since you are the CEO and you are the part of the ownership group of your organization, how can we price millet-based dishes competitively while maintaining profitability? And what marketing initiative can we undertake to educate our customers? Like, we have to educate our customers, like our customers might want a paneer butter masala or a millet dishes. So that education for the guests about the value and versatility of millets in modern Indian cuisine.
Okay, so I would like to answer this question in two parts. First of all, focusing on pricing the menu competitively while also maintaining the profitability. While making the menu and pricing the menu, what's important is to price it strategically. So to start off, we need to price the millets, with parity with the regular dishes that we already have, the dishes that already exist. And once they have made their ground, we can increase the price gradually by justifying the quality, by justifying the goodness that millets have. Secondly, we can negotiate with the suppliers. Once we buy products in bulk from the suppliers, they will be ready to lower the price a little. So that helps us. What we can also do is give millets and serve millets as a part of the set menu. So, yes, thank you. So if we give millets as a part of the set menu, what happens is we can use other ingredients which might not be as expensive as using millets. We can use multiple varieties of millets, as not all millets are priced the same. We can also use various cooking techniques. We can be creative with our cooking techniques. And coming to the second part, which is educating our customers regarding millets, the first one would be using social media. social media is, I feel, very strong, and we can use it to post, to share videos, share pictures, photographs, give people a visual treat of what is happening, be transparent about what we are doing, take our customers behind the scene and show them how we cook, and share recipe videos. Our customers themselves can also post and use particular hashtags and tag us and mention us, and that would help spread the word. We could also invite influencers beforehand, before we launch our menu. We could invite influencers to try the products, and then they can taste and give their reviews and spread the word. We could also use newsletters and emails. This will help spread the word to those who are already our customers, who have been our loyal customers and have visited us frequently. We could also use flyers and blogs and websites. And that's it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sanaya. Miss Madhulika Das. See, I saved the best for the last. Madhulika, as you mentioned me in our first conversation that you are not a chef, but being on the other side of the spectrum,
Sir,
while
sir,
you
extremely
curate-
sorry for interrupting, sir. Mr. Vikas Khanna, our chief guest, actually has a flight to catch, sir. So he'll be leaving right now, sir, because of paucity of
she's
time.
the last panelist.
He'll be leaving, sir, because we don't have much time with us.
I deserve it. He deserves to listen to me also.
I can take. I won't meet you again like this.
Yes, Mr. Talukdar, my question.
Okay. So, Madhulika, while on the other side of the spectrum, while you curate the chefs and their menu, when you write your columns in different publications, especially on millet, what is your greatest challenge while curating any conventional menu, and how difficult it is to express in your column to make millet more acceptable to consumers?
There isn't any challenge per se. Let me break that down to you. 8 years ago, I did my first chef retreat, which heroed millets. We were the first one to start millets. We were part of Karnataka thing. And today I'm sitting at the biggest convention with the finest chefs making a food court which is 100% millet. And Vikas Khanna ji, आपको हमारे food court आना था. हम दालमा से लेके पिट्ठा से लेके काई चटनी आप बोलिए मांडिया जाओ भी आपको खिलाते हैं. Made by some of the finest chef. Everybody here is sitting in my panel. So there isn't a challenge. What we need to do is we need to see millet the same way we saw quinoa. And I think we are reaching there. We are reaching there in a very step-by-step way, because somebody has to realize millets are very hearty unsung heroes. They are the Dara Singh. उनको अच्छे रोल ही देने पड़ते हैं आपको आगे लाने के लिए. और अगर उनको शेफ्स अच्छे रोल दे दे, हम अच्छे रोल दे दे, तो वो आगे आएंगे. So there is no challenge. I think all my food court people are here. Please give them a round of applause. 70 to 100% millet, from tribals, from authentic, to turning chuda kadam into a ragi tart with a sorghum disc on top. विकास जी, मिलेट का मिशलिन स्टार मेरा क्यूरेटेड कोट है. द फेस्टिवल विच आई हैव क्यूरेटेड फॉर इंटरनेशनल convention on millets. As far as writing is concerned, we need more such events to be organized, to be talked, and to be written about. We have to, it is our duty in the hospitality industry, in the agriculture industry, to make sure that we talk about our food in the same way that Vikas Khanna just talked about Michelin star. These are our Michelin star. We have to be legacy proud. I have been, and my team have been doing it for 10 years. I think Odia cuisine was my first Sense and Sensibility table, in which I took 50 delegates from Japan, Africa, Kenya, Durban, and from China. And we made them eat dalma bhat, we made them eat konto, and we made them eat mandia jao. So there is no way, there is no challenge to it. We just have to talk about it as much as possible, and we just have to make it fun, because all our kids today are on Instagram, like Sania told. If we can catch them young, we'll make them healthy. That's rounds about it. Give yourself all a good applause. We all have done a great job today. Thank you so much for making me your curator. Thanks a ton.
Healthy millets, healthy people is the tagline by even General Assembly for Year of the Millet. And see, I was right. I saved the best answer for the last. Thank you, Madhulika. Our first session, technical session is over. Mr. Khanna, you have a...
I really don't feel like
Just-
leaving, but many flight me.
Just one
I have-
announcement. All the chefs sitting here would like to have a picture with you behind.
Absolutely, my honor. I'm going to go to surprise my mom. That's where I'm heading to.
Please come forward. आप आइए ना. You were one of the speakers. Sharna, come.
Chef too.
All the speakers of this panel, please join Mr. Vikas Khanna.
Thank you.
Push yourself.
So without chef, how can be an assistant?
Absolutely.
ଭଲ ହେଲା ଭଲ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ହେଇଥିଲେ ଆହୁରି ବେଟର
ହେଇପାରିବନି
ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତେ ଇନକ୍ଲାଇଣ୍ଡ ନା ଆମେ ସେ ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ କରି କରିଦେଲେ ବି ହେବ
ତା ଫ୍ଲାଇଟ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ କ'ଣ ହେଇଗଲାଣି
ସେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସେସନ୍ ଯିବ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସେସନ୍ ଟିକେ ମାରିକିରି ଯିବେ
କୋଉଠି ହେଉଛି କି
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଠି ଚାଲିଛି
सर चलो बैठिए ना सर और एक सेशन है
I request everyone to be please seated. ଚାଲ ଯାଉଛି ଯାଉ ଆମର ସ୍ପିକର ଅଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ ସାର୍ ବସ I would request our moderator Talukdar sir to start the second panel discussion for the day, which is on challenges faced for inclusion of millets in hotels and restaurant menu, issues related to supply chain and support required from the government, and how to promote and market the millet recipes among urban consumer based on long-term basis. Sir.
We had audience questions after every session. So, but now what I will do, after the second session, I will ask the audience question together. I request the guests to take their seats. We have a very interesting session. As Mr. Rath has explained our session, second session's topics, what are the challenges faced to include millet in restaurant menus, supply chain related issues, government support, and how to promote and market millet recipe into urban clientele on a sustainable basis. On this panel, we have all entrepreneurs and owners. Let me have the privilege to introduce the panelists. Mr. Samir Hans, MBA in Marketing and HR, founder of HR consulting firm. He runs first of its kind CityLinks magazine. I never miss it reading it, every issue. Largest event management company of the state, the Prelude. He is director of reputed hotel, the New Marion, and founder of Boca Cafe chain in the city. This is the pioneer in this niche segment of cafe culture and casual dining. Of course, now we have many, but Boca Cafe is the pioneer. Mr. Hans, welcome. Next, we have Mr. Debashish Patnaik. He is managing director of ICL The Crown, owner of Dalma chain of restaurants, which is pioneer in promoting Oriya cuisine in the state of and in India. That is the first Oriya cuisine chain restaurants in the country. He is the foremost angel investor of Odisha and vigorously pursuing the startup ecosystem in the state. In fact, he is late today because he had an important meeting on Startup Odisha. He is MA, LLB and MBA from ICM Bhubaneswar. And I was fortunate enough to be in his organization for 18 long years at the Crown till my retirement. Thank you, Mr. Patnaik. Welcome. We have Mr. Raju Patra, Managing Director of Hotel Holiday Resort, Puri. A huge landmark property on Puri beach. And interestingly, he prefers to adjectify his hotel as highest occupied hotel of the state. And that is true. Anytime you call up his hotel reservation, no room, season or off season. It's always full. Mr. Patra is Vice Chairman of Hotel and Restaurant Association of Odisha and Vice President of Hotel Association of Puri. Mr. Patra, welcome. Our next panelist is Mr. Mitravanu Chaudhary. Mr. Chaudhary is a partner with Ernst & Young and focuses on economic development related projects with government across various sectors in East and Northeast India. He is the Ernst & Young's client service partner for Odisha and advisor to the government in tourism, agri-sector and startups. Mr. Mitravanu, welcome. Now, without much ado, I will start. I will start with Mr. Chaudhary. Since you have been working with government mostly, and so this question I think relevant for you. what role can the Indian government play in supporting the Indian hospitality industry in promoting millet-based services? You can curate your answer with Indian government, Odisha government, or Indian hospitality, Odisha hospitality.
Right, Mr. Talukdar, thank you so much for the question and very pertinent in today's scenario and especially for this session. Cuisines for many countries and cultures have been their sole strength of soft power and brand building. And from the state tourism department point of view, from our perspective, we did take the first step through establishment of Nimantran brand of restaurants, and that's a in-house brand which will promote Odia cuisine and millet-based cuisine, both domestic and globally, hopefully in a couple of years. And the idea here is to restore millets to its past glory, to what it has been a legacy, in our tribal cuisine, in our erstwhile cuisine, like the speakers in the first panel did mention. And along with in-house promotion, we will also work with the HRAO and the hotel and restaurants in the state and outside the state to help them adopt millet-based cuisines. And like most of the chefs said, not only in the celebratory cuisine, but also in the regular menu. We have to mainstream millets, and that is how the adoption will increase. Additionally, the government can also play a very critical facilitating role in a few areas, and I'd like to mention some of them. One is on research and collaboration, helping through IHM, through SIHM, through our institutes, working with renowned chefs and experimenting on various cuisines, understanding what will work and what will not work. I think that's something the government can facilitate. Awareness, I think OMM, the Millet Mission, has been doing a lot on awareness, but as the tourism department, not only in the state but in the country as well, we will obviously try and take millets to the world. As we speak, our Director Tourism and our Chief Secretary are in London promoting Odia cuisine in WTM London. So that's, we are doing what we are saying. Certification and labeling, I think, is something that will obviously help in standardizing menus, standardizing products, standardizing what will be offered to customers. I think that will go a long way. Training and skill development, as I said, SIHM, IHM, and the other institutes, we will obviously work with them to ensure that millet-based products and millet-based courses are incorporated in the standard curriculum. And last but not the least, I think regulatory support in terms of working with the Food Safety Authority in ensuring that millet-based food products are, the safety standards are streamlined and restaurants can easily adapt them. I think those are few things where government can easily facilitate, but overall I think we're there to work with HRAO, with all the hotels and the restaurants in mainstreaming millets, and in any way we can facilitate the growth of the superfood like we said. So that's it from our side. Thank you so much.
Great, that's very reassuring and good to know that government is with the hoteliers all the way. Thank you. I will go to Mr. Patra next. Mr. Patra, you don't face any challenge running your hotel. It is always full, we all know now. But what are the key challenges that the Indian hospitality or the, say, Odisha hospitality industry faces in promoting millet-based cuisine? Because we have started recently millet food festival in different hotels, but earlier we never used to have. Now we have started.
Jai Jagannath. Respected guests, my brother and sisters, in our hospital industry, lot of challenges is there. To introduce our question, millet which is basic question. In my feeling that three things is important. 3A, awareness, availability, acceptance. Awareness, in my feeling, 90% people does not know India what is the millet. Millet is an ancient grain and is a healthy grain. Nutrition value is more, but people knows. Nowadays, doctors are prescribed to take millet. It is good. Because millets, if you take proper millets, there is two type of millets. One is neutral millets and another is positive millets. Neutral millets means mandia, bajra, makka, and jowar, china, high millets. If you go to positive millets, kangu, harkangu, kaddu, khira, and swan. So positive millets you will take, your obesity will be less. Blood sugar will be less. Then blood pressure will come down. You will be healthier. It is, should be come to market. That by whom it will come? By teachers of the schools, by doctors of the medical. So awareness is most important thing. People should know the nutrition part of the millets. So in our industry, we have chefs, they does not know all this steps, all the not. Most of the chefs does not know how to prepare millets properly. So training is required by the government or the institute or the Harrow, everything. The proper training is required. Why the people are coming to restaurants? The hygiene food and most tasty food. They want tasty foods. So if you will not prepare tasty food, the millets cannot be introduced in our cuisine. We can say so many things, but when people pay the money, they will expect tasty food. My feeling is that. Then what is the problem? Challenges, availability. The proper availability, we don't know where it is available. Only in Odisha we get mandia, prachur mandia. But other millets we are not getting. If you will not get, then menu cannot be set. You cannot supply constant food. One day is good, one day is bad. So people not accept this. So availability is one of the point for the challenge of the food. Then acceptance. Our people habituated with wheat and rice, which is now is called negative food. To come to millet foods, so you have to make tasty, cheaper, and to promote that it is a very good for the food, the health. So many things is required. Awareness, one rice and wheat, if you come to millets, it is very difficult. People say so many things, but it is difficult to accept by the people. So our chefs are very good chefs in Odisha. Chefs are renowned in India. So they can do it, but training is required by the government, subsidy, or by the government appearance, everything. So that is the main marketing promotion that promoting millet-based cuisine in the costly. But how it will be solved? The government should give some subsidy for the time being. India have 28 states, 8 union territory, so many religion, so many tastes differs. So you have to satisfy your customers from all over India. So you have to think so many things as a challenge. Most challenge is your patience. You have to keep patience, otherwise Rome is not built in the day. So it will take time, but it can be done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patro. I am sure with great hoteliers like you, Odisha hotel industry will come across or come over all the challenges to promote millet-based cuisine. Next, I will come to Mr. Patnaik. Sir, working with you in close quarters, I know innovation is your core competency. So this should be the right question for you. What are some innovative ways that the Indian hospitality industry can use to promote millet-based cuisine?
Thank you, Mr. Talukdar. This is a very interesting question. I would look at it, I was listening to what Mr. Patra said about the acceptance, awareness, acceptance and availability, that is the 3 A's. He was talking about, Chef Shantan was mentioning about his experience of somebody coming for a meal and he trying to push him with the millet meal and he saying, no, today is my birthday, so let me enjoy my Thai cuisine today, and possibly some other day, some other time millet. So there is, if we look at it, there is an inherent resistance or non-acceptance for millets, which needs to be addressed. I would say that, we have to take a route where it is more easily accepted. What is that route? What are, if we look at the QSRs, the quick selling restaurants, then what is selling maximum in a country like India? Other than biryani, if other thing that is selling is probably a pizza or a burger or possibly a momo or maybe some noodles. Now, when we are talking of these products, the customer who is coming or the buyer who is coming, his preference is, when he's talking of pizza, he's talking of the topping. What topping you want. He's not really looking at the base. When we are talking of the burger, he's talking of whether it is chicken burger or it is a paneer burger, it's a veg burger or it's a fish burger. He is not really talking of the bread or he is not preferring asking for a bread. Similarly, we talk of, let's say, momo. Again, the stuffing is what is important. So where we can come in or the millet can come in is millet can come in as a pizza base. Millet can come in as the bun for the burger or possibly the dough for the momo. So that way we can do 2 things. One will be that it will be an acceptance, it will be included in the cuisine, and to top it all, it will be large selling basically because the young mass is consuming these items. So this is something that is one thing that I would like to say. The other is, in the hotel industry, what we see, safes are here, so they know much better than me about menu planning and all. But coming back to again the same thing, bulk cooking, when somebody is coming for a major banquet, he is looking for one particular item is palak paneer. That is one most popular item. Then probably the other popular item is the veg item, if we talk of maybe a veg alfraji or a kofta curry. So if we could inculcate millet there, palak millet, millet palak, or something can be developed, and that goes into the acceptance. And coming back to the same logic that I had for QSR, when somebody is deciding on the menu, he is deciding mostly on the dishes. He is not deciding on the salads. So salad is where we can play substantially, include the millets and make it acceptable. I think I have taken a lot of your time. These two is enough. And there are other speakers to talk about.
Very interesting
Thank you.
answer, sir.
Thank you
Your
so much.
answer reminds me that highest selling item in QSR biryani, on the last India-Pakistan match, Swiggy declared they sold 12,500 biryani per hour pan-India.
Per hour.
Per hour.
Per hour
Pan-India
across
biryani.
the country.
So, since all the chefs are here, I don't know if somebody ever tried millet biryani.
Millet biryani is
Yes.
something which can be tried.
Thank you, sir. Again, I'm sure Mr. Hans have saved the best for the last. Mr. Hans, you are the young entrepreneur, and for the young people, we oldies look forward to the future. So this relevant question I will put forward to you. What are your predictions for the future of millet-based cuisine in the Indian hospitality industry or in context of Odisha hospitality industry? Like certain food, certain items we have seen which has gone in oblivion over the ages. So what is the future of millet? Because since it's a new development.
Okay, thank you, Talukdarji. At the outset, I would like to thank the government of Odisha Millets Mission for doing this wonderful event, and it's a pleasure being here. Yeah, and good evening to all the dignitaries, my fellow panelists and all the guests available who are present currently. So Talukdarji, you asked me to predict the future. It's a very dangerous thing.
For
If
the
I
millet,
could-
for the millet cuisine.
for whatever.
Not mine or yours.
Yeah, I know. So
And
any,
not 24 election.
so I will leave predictions to the professional astrologers and pundits. I will just try to present my thoughts, which are based. A lot of them have already been presented by all the experts here. I'm a fairly new entrant to this trade, and I'm part of different industries. So I will try to, what I foresee in 3-4 different parts. The first would be, of course, the technical or the production, the chef. So I see very exciting, listening to all of them, I see very exciting times for the chefs. Because you see, millets, it's not 1 or 2 dishes we're talking about. It's a whole new playing field which has opened up. The thing is, I mean, the sky is the limit. It's not only existing dishes that you get to replace with flour, rice, with millets, so you experiment with existing dishes, but you can come up with brand new dishes, fusion dishes, or whatever. So you have a whole playing field in front of you. So innovation, creativity, the chefs will be competing with each other across the country to come out with new dishes and new products which appeal to the customer. So I think that is something which we will see in the coming years. So that is one thing that I see, one aspect of it. Second aspect I see is in the promotion and marketing. People also talked about it. Now, we see a lot of promotion happening in Odisha with the government taking the initiative with Millets Mission and so on. So somebody said there is not much awareness, but I would say in the last 1 year, at least in urban areas in Bhubaneswar, the awareness of millets has grown manifold. Lot more people know about millets. They're talking about millet. I started the millets menu in Boca Cafe a year back. So people are talking about it. There is a lot of intent. People are talking about it. Healthy food, eco-friendly, sustainable cultivation. So it ticks all the right boxes. Millets ticks all the right boxes, especially for the youth, to attract the youth. But our youth are also a little funny, they will talk healthy, but want extra cheese on the burger or pizza. Or they will want to watch a match with Lay's and chips and Pepsi. Without that, they will not watch. So they will talk healthy, but they will not eat healthy. So that is where, the kind of awareness that is there amongst youth, talking about millets, the same has not translated to action of people consuming it. People are not consuming millets as much as they're talking about it. So therein lies the challenge for promotions, marketing people, and so on, as to how they can convert this thought into action, this intent into action, how they can convert people. Somebody talked about the taste of the dishes, new dishes and fusion and so on. So in whatever manner they can have promotion, brand events, advertisements, so various different ways of getting people not only to talk about it, but also to consume it. So that is the second aspect of it. Now, the third aspect is, which we touched upon, are the entrepreneurs, the promoters. Now, for us also, it is a very exciting time because, a new whole field is opening up, as I said. So there is opportunities for more dishes, more footfalls, more money to be made. But when will that money be made? Is it the time now, where we are just starting off? People talked about cost. For the last 1 year, I'm selling millets-based menu. We're not making money, we're losing money. Because you prepare the pizza, we keep things ready, but we hardly sell 1 or 2 plates. It goes to wastage. So does it make economic sense as an entrepreneur for me to invest my money in millets now? Or should I wait for maybe 4 years, 5 years, when the market is created? People are there. When it has already become mainstream, people are consuming, there is more demand. So is it then that I introduce a menu? So that will be the question a lot of us will be grappling with. A year back when Millets Mission approached me, we in a restaurant association, we talked about it. There were hardly 3 or 4 of us who came forward and are doing it continuously, out of over 100 people. So that shows the kind of, resistance or, the challenge there is for even restaurateurs or owners to put their money in and say, okay, I'm in it at the growth, at the beginning stage. I will be investing and I will stay invested and I will reap the benefits when the market matures. So you lose money, but yes, you gain something. You're part of the exciting journey of something new happening. So this is the third thing that I can think of happening. And lastly, about the government support, Mitra Bhanu talked a lot about it. So again, which gets me back to one more thing. There's this kind of collaboration between government and industry. I think Odisha, we are blessed to have this kind of, participation and the government being so proactive and involving in the industry. I don't think any other state has got this. So we are thankful and grateful for this kind of association and proactiveness of the government. And I foresee this gaining more traction in the future, going so that there will be more proactiveness in part of the industry and the government to work things out together. Mitra Bhanu has talked about a few things. Just one more thing I would like to add is that, I talked about the challenge for the entrepreneur to know whether should get in. Now the government is incentivizing, doing its bit in awareness creating and everything. If they can incentivize the restaurant owners and entrepreneurs to keep it running, that, okay, even if you lose money, you keep it running for a year or 2 years. The more dishes that are seen, the more promotions happening, the more visibility, the more number of restaurants food is available, that much faster the market grows. That much more the number of people, faster the market will develop. So these are the 3-4 things that I foresee, not as an astrologer, but just my thoughts. So that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you. I will pick up one line from you. I relate to that line that talk healthy but eat unhealthy. I do that all the time with my wife.
All of us do that, sir. So
And
like
okay,
one of my doctor friends said, when I told him that this is it, he said, sadhu banna hai kya? Sadhu hota to Himalaya jao, yahan kyun baitha hai? So it's okay. Little bit of cholesterol and all that is fine. That is what my doctor friend told me.
Future is not very bed of roses, but we see the light. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. Definitely with this deliberation. Only hope it is not the headlight of the incoming train in the tunnel.
Yeah, no, I say that is very exciting time because challenges also are exciting. It is an opportunity. So very exciting, innovative, creative journey ahead of us. And I'm very excited to be part of it. I'm already part of it and I continue to be part of it. That's how it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have a quiz session for the audience, whoever are left so far as of now. The quiz format is I will ask the question. There are multiple choice answers. If there are multiple people answering, please raise your hand. I will ask. Then I will give you the choices. You can pick up. And it will be one person, one question because it doesn't bounce back to the second person since the choices are limited. So 4 people, eventually you get the right answer. It bounces back to the quizmasters or the panelist and quizmaster's decision is final. There are some token prizes for the right answers. I will ask two questions, Mr. Rath. Do you have, Mr. Rath, do you have time for two questions? Two people, let them get prizes. My first question, which millet is known as the king of millets? Four options: finger millet, foxtail millet, pal millet, proso millet. Please raise your hand first. Which millet is known as the king of millet? Now,
Read out the options.
options are finger millet, foxtail millet, pal millet, proso millet. Are you part of the audience or organizer?
Sorghum.
Okay. Finger millet,
Sorghum
it
millet.
is the ragi. Mr. Sakya,
Sorghum millet.
you are right, it's finger millet, ragi. Mr. Sakya gets the prize. I have a second question, and this is the last question. And my favorite question, of course. Which millet is often used to make a traditional alcoholic beverage called millet beer? Any hands? No, you don't have any. Again. Which millet is often used to make a traditional alcoholic beverage called millet beer? Now, let the hands. Options: foxtail millet, tofu millet, sorghum millet, finger millet. Okay, the lady there.
Please answer, ma'am.
I'm afraid it's wrong answer.
Yes, please.
Sharosh. What?
Toku millet.
Sorghum millet it is. Which you make the millet beer. Sorghum. Sorghum.
It says Sarosh is already experimenting on that.
It shows. Okay, so we come end of this, both the technical session and the question answer session. Thank you to thank you all the panelists, all the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you audience for your patience. And our associate chairman, Mr. J.K. Manti, has an announcement to make.
Thank you, Mr. Talukdar. After listening to enlightened talks by Mr. Samir Hans, Devashish Patnaik, Mitra Bhanu, especially Raj Kishore, I think it's not as easy as we think. But on behalf of HRAO, we will, all of us, try to learn from each other and take this millet mission forward, because Odisha government is the first state government in the country which is focusing on millets, and we will support this millet mission completely. And every hotel in the state, I think whoever has not done it should do it. And every hotel in the state, we have 388 members in the Hotel Restaurant Association of Odisha. I think every hotel in their menu cards should have millets as a prime menu in all the hotels. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we have come to the final part of this very enlightening session, which has been chaired by the Tourism Department and co-chaired by HRAO. We have had varied discussions from various industry stakeholders, and to summarize, I can say that the experience of our chefs on how to effectively incorporate millets into hotel and restaurant menu is a stepping stone. Millets, which are often called as the grains of the future, offer a nutritious and sustainable alternative, and the way our chefs and culinary experts today have explored various ways to integrate millets into their dishes, enhancing both taste and nutrition, is something that proves how Odisha has come a long way in promotion of millets. I can proudly say that Odisha is the first state in India to celebrate a dedicated day for millets as Mandya Divasa, and this has actually paved the way for other states to incorporate the millet mission with the same zeal in cultivating the use of millets. It was indeed enriching to listen to all the experience of chefs who have given their experience, shared their experiences on millet recipes and have incorporated millets into hotel and restaurant menus. Their innovative approaches and culinary expertise have played a significant role in making millets more appealing to patrons, expanding the horizons of the millet cuisine. The discussion has featured a varied range of stakeholders starting from OTDC, Nimantran, the Hotel and Restaurant Association, various restaurants, bakeries, catering services, and we also have the owner of one of our cruise boats in Odisha, Mr. Srinivas is also here. So I think the diversity of the crowd today is indeed shows the way that millets is going to be a hit in the future and people are taking millets seriously. The motivating factors for millet inclusion are health conscious dining trends, environmental sustainability, and as we have discussed, it is the desire to contribute to a more resilient and eco-friendly food system. The strategies for promoting and marketing millet recipes to the urban consumer base on a long-term basis must be consistent, and creative marketing is essential to raise awareness and sustain interest in millet-based dishes. This involves collaborative efforts between government bodies, culinary experts, and the hospitality industry, and we have stakeholders from all these sectors today, and I think we will take this as a mission today to take the millet mission forward. The most important thing for various stakeholders is to develop a commensurate roadmap for millets in the future, along with showcasing the tribal culture and heritage of Odisha. The experiences of chefs, diverse participants, and the motivating factors for millet inclusion, all to a point of promising future for millets as a prominent feature in hotels, restaurants, bakeries, and catering menus. The transition aligns with broader goals of sustainability and health-conscious dining, offering an exciting culinary journey ahead. Thank you. So now I'd like to request our team from Agriculture Department to felicitate the speakers for the day and the panelists for the day.
सरगम सरगम मिलेट નું ઓડિયા નામ શું છે? જોવાર છે ને? જોવાર કે બાજરા?
All I could remember was sorghum. But I remember like sorghum maybe also the jowar maybe is
I would now request Dr. Srinivas Subudhi, Working President HRO, to deliver the vote of thanks, please.
Good evening. A warm and graceful evening to our chief guest, Master Chef Vikas Khanna, and today's evening chairman, Mr. Dr. Lenin Mahanti, chairman OTDC, and co-chairman Dr. J.K. Mahanti, chairman HRO, my dear friends and everyone gathering here. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this event possible. I, the working president on behalf of HRAO, extend my sincere thanks to the Almighty for making today's event a grand success. On behalf of my association, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to Chairman of the session, Dr. Lenin Mahanti, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion. I also want to thank today's session co-chairman, Dr. J.K. Mahanti, for his active participation in this event. You truly made this day enlightening for us. Your deep and intellectual way of imparting knowledge has added to the glory of this event. Today, we like to thank our special chief guest of Honorable Chief Chef Vikas Khanna. His presence is a focus point of today's event. We have got a lot of information which we will truly have in our future program. We have no words to offer gratitude for your valuable presence here. We gave deep insight into the topics and revealed some interesting facts which related to Mahaprasad, the Lord the Jagannath. I also want to extend thanks to all panelists, speakers, chefs, and the entrepreneurs and moderators. I want to appreciate their efforts to making the event informative for all of us. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of every proactive and dedicated staffs. I special thanks to Mr. Subrat Roy, ADA, Farm DA and FE, and Mr. Ansuman Rath, OSD Tourism Department. I would like to thank to media persons for their presence. This event will achieve the real goal. I am thankful to all staff members of Millet Mission, Agriculture Department, OTDC, and Odisha Tourism Department and government of officials for their efforts to arrange this event a great success. I am grateful. I am gratified all the audience for coming here and for their best wishes for the event. Thank you. Bande Utkala Janani.
Thank you, sir. And with this, we conclude the session. Thank you.